today is a fairly special show. We have an act all the way over from the United States of America. Yes, so it's going to be really, really good fun. And the first track I am going to play from this band, you will know because they are called the Willis Clan. And they have been all over television and all over festivals, especially Irish music festivals and things like that. And this is off their latest album that they had. So this is more of a pop album that they've released. And the track that I'm going to play is called Heaven, which is also the title of the album as well. So have a listen to this, and they will be live in studio having a chat and playing a couple of songs. Tune in.
Such perfection within this fallen world. I wonder what will heaven be like.
Yeah, that's Heaven there, off the album Heaven by the Willis Clan. And they have joined me in the studio. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. It's funny because you're in the opposite studio and I'm in the other little one. So it's kind of always a bit weird because everybody has to there's only 4 microphones and everybody has to kind of gather around things and then look at me when I'm talking.
Yeah, we're used to gathering around things since there's so many of us.
Yes. There's 14 of you?
That's correct. Yeah, there's 12 kids and then our 2 parents, so 14 altogether.
That's 12. How does your mother cope? I'm sorry. How do your parents cope? Sorry, I know your dad's here as well.
we call them Super Mom and Super Dad.
Yeah. And how does it work then? Like, obviously, because you're such a big family, like people in normal families have huge bickerings and different sort of
We're not
things.
normal?
Yeah.
There's 12 of us. We're normal? No, my dad's an Olympic-style wrestling coach, so that's a great way to settle your differences.
It's a big wrestling match.
Yes. that must be really good.
No, but,
We're totally joking.
To be fair, we do get along really well with each other most of the time. We definitely do have differences, and that's something that we have to sort out instead of just being able to kind of sweep it under the rug and go on and kind of hold grudges. We have to. It kind of forces us to work things out because you can't exactly walk on stage and be one big happy family when you're actually holding a grudge and upset at each other.
I wanted that last packet of crisps.
Well, we like to say that our arguments are more important than that. Yeah. Hopefully we've gotten past that by now.
Yeah, no, it's obviously, and especially like when you're traveling as well. You've done so much traveling to different festivals, and especially like probably a lot of the Irish music festivals in America and things like. I know you've obviously been to Milwaukee Irish Fest.
Yes.
And then did you play? You were at the Rose of Tralee there the other day as well.
Yeah, we just played the Rose of Tralee, which was absolutely fantastic. And right before that, we were at the Fla and got to play on Fla TV and stuff like that. So it's been a great trip so far.
Yeah. So how long have you been in Ireland so far? How many days have you been in?
Well, on this trip we've been here for 10 days now, something like that, just over a week. But this is our 4th trip to Ireland just this year. So we were here in January, in April, in June, and then now, of course.
We might as well move here.
I know. We were just talking about if we were
thinking of it.
We were just saying if we were going to buy a house, where would we buy it? Because we travel around so much, even in Ireland. We have friends all over, and so everyone's trying to convince us, get a house here. No, get a house here.
Well, I just saw today there's one gone up for 300,000. It's 20 rooms, 300,000 in County Leitrim.
That sounds like it could actually fit our family.
Exactly. I was just thinking that the same. So yeah, it's really, really good. So like obviously you've been doing lots of different gigs and you've made loads of different friends over here and like different places. Where like is Ireland kind of like your favourite place to come and play, or do you have like special places in America and stuff that you really, really like to go and play?
Oh, there are amazing places all over the U.S. that we have been and played. We've played in most of the states in the U.S. and just every single state has something different. The people have something great to offer. And then there's Ireland. Ireland is amazing. Ireland's the only place we've been outside of the States so far, but there are plans next year to go to Scotland and to England and to
France and Germany.
Yeah, Canada and other places. So
and do you
really
have
looking forward
fans
to that.
kind of like over in Europe as well?
Yeah.
Do you find on your Facebook page and your Twitter and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's we competed on America's Got Talent a couple summers ago, which really kind of got our name out there. And then we also have a reality TV show on TLC. We had 2 seasons of that, which again, that aired in multiple countries as well. So we actually do fan tours every year. We bring 100 of our fans to Ireland, and we did one in June. And we had people from 6 different countries that came on the tour. But then we even had way more people that are fans and write us online and stuff, and travel to come see us either in the States or in Ireland. So it's been incredible. The way our fan base has just
Exploded.
Exploded. You've got a lot of followers. I found a lot of followers on Facebook and everything, like, you know. So, what's really interesting is like Irish music in general, like it's funny here because we are in Irish culture, we do find it kind of interesting that like the certain Irish culture, like of trad music and stuff, is so big in other countries, and here we're going, oh, not again, you know, that kind of stuff, because we've had so much of it, you know, that kind of thing. So like all our lives, and usually what actually does get out more and sells more outside of the country is actually like, you know, trad. Like you've got like the High Kings, and you've got like, you know, the few like kind of like bigger acts like that will be out and traveling around like you guys as well, you know.
Right. Well, the thing is, the Irish diaspora is so huge, and you've just got Irish people all over the globe. And when you've got people of Irish descent that don't live in Ireland, they really want to connect back to their roots, and so connecting back to that trad music is very special, very important to them. And we do find we started off in traditional Irish music. Our family comes from Mayo, but my parents and all of us kids were born in Chicago.
Yeah.
And there is a huge Irish community on the south side of Chicago. So we grew up playing trad Irish, you know, really getting connected with our roots. But now that we live in Nashville, you know, we play a lot of bluegrass and stuff. And it's funny, when we come over to Ireland, no one wants to hear our Irish music. They want to hear all of our bluegrass and country.
Yeah.
But when we're in the States, they don't want to hear, especially in Nashville, they don't want to hear our bluegrass and country because Nashville is full of that. They want to hear our Irish.
So it's kind of the same kind of here.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. It's like, oh, we want to hear all the, like, you know, stuff that's not traditional. We want to hear, like, it's really interesting with the dynamics of music, I suppose, in that way.
And that's one of the great things about our musical journey is, yes, we started off in traditional, you know, Irish music, and that's what our first album was, all in that style, and then we moved to Nashville, and so our second album ended up being a bluegrass album, and the track that you just heard
is like
off of our third album.
Yeah.
Nashville is now the recording center of the world, and every style of music comes there to record it, so we've been influenced by pop and rock and everything from trad Irish all the way up to that. It's just, and we love it all, and all of the albums are different. We're actually working on another album right now that's going to be in the American country style.
Oh, okay. So you've got like, no, hang on, I'm waiting for the metal style album to come out.
Oh yeah, rap
is this going to happen?
We're going to do heavy metal and then rap, followed closely by classical. So
classical rock. Oh, actually, Joe, one of my favorite things actually is rock music with violin. So like, so
there we go.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
To be fair, there's something cool that every single genre has to bring, and so when you kind of mix and match and put things together, that's kind of when you get some really cool fusion stuff that really kind of stands out and is unique.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. Like, speaking of the actual tracks, we should get a track in. So we've heard the kind of like the last album. Are we going to do the kind of middle album now? Are we going to do the bluegrassy?
Well, we're going to
actually,
we're going to go to the first album and play a reel off of there. Cool. This is a piece that it's an original, but definitely has more. You'll definitely hear more of the Irish influence on this piece. But then maybe later, if we have time in the show, we'll play one off of our bluegrass record too.
Yeah, that'd be great. We will get that one in. We definitely will. So cool. So we're going to go with the trad, the kind of the first album.
Well, it's a little bit progressive trad, I'd say. Some of the trad instruments.
Yes, the more traditional instrumental kind of stuff.
There we go. So this is called Boys from Boston.
Wonderful.
Take it away, Jen.
1, 2, 3. Excellent. That's fantastic, guys.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really good. So obviously your mum and dad have been a lot of influence in you guys performing and everything like that as well. And was that like, has everybody started off, did you start off all very, very young? Like as soon as you basically walk, is that kind of like how it started?
Yeah, well, music has always been a huge part of our family. My parents were both musical. My dad played piano and my mom played guitar. And even though they really didn't have like the big scheme from the beginning for us to be a band and stuff, music, they always knew that they wanted to pass on that love of music to their kids. So from a very young age, they just had instruments in the house and bought us a lot of CDs and tapes at the time. And they also took us to a lot of live concerts and a lot of Irish festivals and things like that.
Yeah.
And we actually got started in the traditional Irish dancing before we started.
I saw some of the videos of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does everybody do that? Does every member of the family an Irish dancer as well?
Yes, all the kids. My parents don't. We get a lot of our musical talent from our parents, but the dancing, not so much.
Oh dear.
They could if they had the time.
They can't be good at everything.
That's
you
right,
know,
that's right.
12 kids, you know.
Yeah, they're too busy
jobs,
taking care of
everything.
But yeah, so the music, we just started playing music together as a family, just for the fun of it. And then eventually people started asking us to play shows. And I remember very vividly, after we played our first official concert as a family, we all got off stage and we looked at each other and we said, we are never doing that again. Because it was just so much stress, you know, getting ready for it and everything. And it wasn't until a year later that we played our another show. And I remember after that show, we kind of looked at each other and said, oh, that wasn't so bad. Why did we hate that the first time? And then it just kind of grew from there. And 2011 was really when we decided we were actually going to take it as a band and do stuff with it. And we recorded our first album in 2012. And it was that same year that we actually won the Flacchiol for the senior group of Kjol division.
Yeah.
So as a band, you know, so that was kind of a big boost for us. So then we were like, okay, let's do this, guys.
Keep going.
And since then we've been lucky enough to tour all over the world and touring all over the US and then here in Ireland, and we're really excited. Actually, we're going to be playing the National Concert Hall tomorrow.
And actually I have tickets to give away to that.
Oh,
so if
really?
anybody, I've got a pair of tickets. So not very many
that's
tickets,
great.
but I've got a pair of tickets to give away. So if you guys do want the pair of tickets, so you can bring you and your friend or whatever, you can send me a text message on 087 977 1032. 977 087 977 1032, or you can that's probably the best way to do it, or you can send an email maybe to dublincitfm.ie and we'll try and get it. It is tomorrow. It's 8 o'clock start tomorrow,
That's
isn't
right.
it?
Yeah,
And
that's
Moya
correct.
Brennan is your special guest.
Yes,
We
Moya
actually-
Brennan and Shane Hennessy,
Yeah.
fantastic guitar player, will also be joining us. So we're very, very excited. We actually just got back from a rehearsal with Moya, and we got some pretty cool stuff planned. So
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's actually interesting that she's your special guest. Like, so Moya Brennan here is like a superstar.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that kind of stuff.
I
like,
know, about everywhere. Isn't she?
we're definitely very honored and very just thrilled to have
Yeah.
her joining us. So
So it says a lot about the band anyway. So just to have someone like of that caliber going, yep, do you know what? I want to work with these people. You know,
We're just going to do
So-
our best to back her up.
it's going to be really good. We'll have the second track then. So you're going to do the bluegrassy ones, kind of like the second album kind of stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that then. We'll
So-
have a listen to that and see the differences that you've kind of progressed to, I suppose.
yeah, here we go. So this song is called Wild and Free. We're gonna have Jer sing this one, so it's a pretty fun one. So here we go.
Oh, cool.
Down the open road I go, ready for whatever wind may blow. Taking all my time along, chasing every dream I've ever known. And the ride has just begun. Something in my heart is on the run. When I go, you'll see. Maybe 'cause I'm wild and I'm free. chains of sorrow, sweet goodbye. And the ride has just begun. Something in my heart is on the run. And when I go, you'll see I'm leaving 'cause I'm wild and I'm free. Free, yeah.
I really love that one. I really love that one. I do like bluesgrass though, so maybe that's like, you know, maybe that's why a little bit as well. That's really great. And so where else then afterwards? So you obviously tomorrow we've the National Concert Hall, and then where are you planning to go after that? Are you finished in Ireland? Are you?
Well, we're here till the end of the month. After we play in Dublin tomorrow, we actually have a fan tour coming in. Another one. We just did one in June, but we decided to do another one.
Well, you're here. You might as well.
Yeah. So we're very excited about that. So we'll be touring around in Dublin for a couple days, and then we'll be heading up to the north of Ireland. We'll be spending a couple days in Belfast, and then we'll be heading over to Sligo. And we're actually going to be on Nathan Carter's new TV show. We're going to be playing
I
a number
heard about
with
this
him.
during the summer, summer last year. Was it even summer last year? Someone said about, I think it was Electric Picnic last year, someone was talking about it. And
They did a
they're doing
pilot.
something.
They did a pilot and it went really well, and so they asked us to
Nathan
be on
Carter
there.
is huge here, and
Yeah.
you know what? A lot of us go, "What the hell?" No offense to anybody, Wagon Wheel's a great song, but then to people that go, "What the? Where did this come from? And why is it so popular?"
You know what? He's a really, really nice guy.
Yeah.
He
It's
plays
really
good,
hard.
great music that everybody can sing along to, and he just is a really
He's a
good,
great singer as well,
a
yeah.
great singer, yeah. And we love working with him. We've worked with him in the past, and we're looking forward to work with him in the future. He's
Yeah, we
a
just
great
played.
guy.
He was at the Rose of Tralee as well.
Yeah.
So we got to meet up there. And
Did you see Nafina as well? Nafina were there at some point.
No, we weren't able to see them.
Oh, they're lovely guys.
Yeah,
They're really
we've-
good.
Yeah, we've toured. We've been on some of the same circuits, but we haven't actually met
Managed
them,
to
I think.
meet.
Yeah, that's crazy enough.
Sometimes you go to the festivals and you're so busy playing your own sets and jumping up and playing sets with other people that you don't get to meet everybody
Yeah.
that's at.
Well, that's
at
the thing as
festival.
well, though, isn't it? So, like, everybody thinks it's like, touring around in a band is absolutely amazing. And then you go, well, actually, no, because what happens is you're there, you're like, playing your gig, and then, you finish your gig, you have to get off that, go on to bus, go on to something else, on to the next thing.
It's an extraordinary experience. It really is, because it's so unlike just, I guess, regular, people's regular lives would be, because you're traveling around, and yes, there's the downside of, you don't have the consistency of your own bed and your own home and a regular job, but that's also part of the beauty of it. So it give and take, there's pros and cons both way, but we've definitely enjoyed our time doing this, because we know it's not going to last forever, especially all together as a family, as we all grow up and move on and do our own, maybe more separate things. So we definitely cherish the time that we have now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things you have to do kind of when you're young as well. Like, you get the travel, and then also you have to do the traveling thing in a really cool way. So it's not just going off and backpacking and stuff. It's going off and you get to keep with your family, you get to go travel with them, you get to experience all that kind of stuff. So it's a completely different experience for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And we really try to, when we do travel around, whether it's in the States or over here in Ireland, we try to make sure that we get around and we see stuff, and it's not just, we get in the bus, get in the bus, go play our show, get back in the bus and go to the next city.
Yeah.
We try to build in a couple off days here and there so that we can actually enjoy the time. And, when we're in the States, we've, like last summer we hiked the Grand Canyon, we went surfing when we were in California, we went dog sledding when we were up in Minnesota, we just, just all sorts of cool stuff. And then even being here in Ireland, just getting to go around and see our friends and do different stuff. It's, hike around and see the sights and stuff like that. It really does, it makes all that hard work worth it.
I understand completely what you mean. So if anybody wants to find your music, they just go look up the Willis Clan online and all that stuff.
That's correct. You can visit our website, thewillisclan.com. Our music is also available on iTunes and Amazon, and even in a lot of local stores around here, you can buy our album. So
Yeah.
And also, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we like to keep it very updated and
Instagram is great.
Yeah.
The new Snapchat function, I think, is going to be very popular.
Yeah, it's just new. We haven't actually dug into that yet, but we'll have to start starting soon here.
Yeah.
So yeah, they can follow us there as well.
Yeah, excellent, guys. Thank you very, very much for coming in on the show.
Oh, thanks so much for having us.
I'm delighted it was me that had you in, and no one else. That was great.
Okay, we don't know any different.
I know, it's fine. I wonder how I did. Thanks, Hugh. Thank you for letting me take over your show. Yeah, guys, thank you very much. We're going to take an ad break now, but do keep an eye on the Willis Clan's website and all that kind of stuff, and maybe go on one of their tours. You never know, it might be good fun.